It's not you. Wholesaling real estate is getting harder. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Ginn here.
And in today's video, we're going to share exactly why wholesaling real estate is getting harder for most wholesalers. And most importantly, how you can use that as an advantage to make a lot more money. And honestly tell you what it takes to become successful in 2023 for wholesaling real estate. But before we break it down, do me a big favor. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and let's talk about it. So the secret is out about wholesaling real estate. In 2003, even when I started in 2017, wholesaling real estate was still seen as a secret. It was the side hustle that legitimately cost no money at all. It was 100% legal with title companies and attorneys, and anybody 16, 17, 18 years old can make a quick $100,000, even $1 million in 1 year by just hustling their butt off by wholesaling houses. But here's the problem. A lot of those people started learning how to do that and then became their own little gurus and started selling courses. TikTok came out and just blew up the wholesaling real estate industry. And honestly, since the time that I started, the wholesaling real estate industry, the amount of wholesalers in my market has 10x, if not 20x. The truth is here, there's more wholesalers than ever, and it is harder to get wholesaling real estate deals relative to 2017 and heck, even when you started in 2003. But guess what? Wholesaling real estate was way easier in 2017 than it was in 2023. I used to just put bandit signs out on the weekends and just got deals and deals and deals. And it really wasn't as difficult as it is now. But guess what? When you started out in 2003, it was way easier, right?
When I started, it seemed like almost an impossible mountain to climb. Because you got to understand my disadvantage back then, there wasn't as much mainstream information and they were definitely a lot more guarded. So you had to take a lot more inherent risks financially, especially on the marketing side, and challenges over 2003. I was told, it's really saturated. I'm not sure about it. And then we fast forward to you jumping into 2016, 17. I just see the same rhyme over and over.
It's the same thing.
And so like my parents used to tell me how difficult it was to get to school. It's like a 10-mile hike uphill in the snow. And then I had to ride my bike 2.5 miles to school. I didn't think it was that challenging. And now, like you look today, everybody seems harder than the previous generation. And this story's been going on for thousands of years.
So here's the truth. Wholesaling real estate will always continue to get harder down the years. Does that mean you should quit it? No. Wholesaling is still the only side hustle where it costs no money. You can make a ton of cash. And it doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, if you have an accent, your gender, it doesn't matter. All that matters is if you're willing to put in the work and actually become successful. This is the honest truth. Yes, wholesaling real estate might be difficult if you compare it to last year. But if you compare it to last year, it always gets easier. So the truth is either we're going to whine about it and complain or actually make moves and actually make some money. Here's a dirty little secret I can tell you. Every single year I've started wholesaling, it's gotten harder for a newbie to get started. Same thing with you. But guess what? Every single year has passed, I've actually been able to pretty much double the amount of money I've been making the previous year. Same thing even goes down in 2023 when I compare my January, February, and March to last January, February, March. I made way more money. Now you might look at that and be like, oh my gosh, wholesaling must have gotten so much easier. No, I just got better than the saturation. The truth is I make more money every single year, so it might seem easier. I just get better at it. So if I double my income and the wholesaling market only gets more saturated by 10%, that's a pretty good arbitrage.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, when's the best time to plant a tree? 50 years ago. When's the second best time to plant a tree? Right now, right? And so that's the thing you guys got to be looking at. So yes, wholesaling real estate will become harder because it actually works. So what you need to do is just get better at wholesaling relatively to the saturation of your market. And it's not really that insane. So just go out here and work harder and work smarter. This is how people in 2003 got ahead of the competition. This is how I got ahead of the competition in 2017. When I was in 2018, 2019, I was doing cold calling. And this was before cold calling was this new sexy thing that everyone makes it now. It was before that. Cold calling was frowned upon. SMS text blasting was new. I started doing new extra things that was ahead of the competition to make me successful. And so you have to just understand this. You're going to have to make moves or make excuses. So do the stuff that their competition right now isn't doing. So I get this all the time, Zach, my market's too saturated. There's too much going on. I'm so stressed. There's so much. I can't even win anymore in wholesaling. The only thing I have to ask you is what's your marketing and what's your competition doing? And the honest truth is you got to do what your competition's not willing to do. One awesome quote I learned from Inky Johnson was to get results that others don't, you have to do what others won't, which basically means if you want to get to the point where you're making more money than everybody around you in wholesaling real estate, you have to do what they're not willing to do. Get up early in the morning and start marketing more. Stay later up at night doing more work. It's just the more work you put in, the better chance of your wholesaling real estate success.
The one steady thing is it progressively gets harder, but the difference is you have to progressively get better. So if you're just starting out today and you're watching this video like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Here's the good news is most people starting out are in the exact same phase as you are. If you decide not to take like a guru course and understand you're going to actually get your own leads. You're going to work through it. You are taking the steps you need to get to outlast all the other people. Here's a little secret. Most people start wholesaling. They'll buy a course, they take something, they try it for 3 months, maybe 6 months, and they quit. So if you can just get through that bridge gap and make yourself 1% better every day, you'll survive. The hardest part's going to be in that first 6 months. And if you can survive that journey and actually make money, imagine what you're going to do when you have the skill sets to talk to people and how to evaluate properties. It'll be amazing. I had huge challenges when I start. He had huge challenges to start. And honestly, it's no different when you start today. Nobody gets a free ticket. You have to outwork your competition.
Actually do the things that they're not willing to do. I can guarantee you right now, this is just a random call out to everybody watching this. I bet that over 98% of people watching this have never pulled the fire damage property list in the last month. No, none. I can almost guarantee it. It's because this is a super secret list that's illegal to pull. No, it's a free list. Might be hard to do. Most people, they didn't even try to attempt it. They hear about it, but it seems like a lot of work. Guys, if you're not pulling that list right now, why aren't you? You are doing yourself a disservice to your actual success of where you want to be. The person that you want to become and the person you are now, the gap between that is the hard work you have to put in. Becoming a better person, a better father, sister, brother, mother, whatever it is. The gap between who you're supposed to be and who you deserve to be and who you are now, you have to do the hard work in between that to get to that point. When I started out in this business in 2017, there was a person I was at that point, and there's the person I am now. The person that has a lot of battle-earned scars in this business and a lot of money. I had to do a lot of work in between that to get to the point where I'm at now. And I'm at the point now where I only have to get an extra 10% better, and that's going to make me hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And to get to that point, you got to put in the work now. So this is something as little as just starting to pull the fire damage property list, doing the probate list, the water shutoffs, heck, reverse trying for dollars, trying for dollars. This is stuff your competition is not doing. If you want to be like your competition, then do what they do. If you want to be extraordinary against your competition, remember the word extraordinary. You are actually being above what the ordinary person is to be extraordinary. You have to do what they're not willing to do. This is why Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron, why do you think they're so much better than everybody else that plays basketball? I know a lot of kids growing up, middle school, elementary school, what do they all want to be? I want to be an NFL player. I want to be in the NBA. Guess what? Why is LeBron and Michael Jordan so much better than every single kid that wants to become in basketball? Because they did what those kids weren't willing to do. They got up every single day and did the work. So the truth is, if you want to be rich in wholesaling, if you want to rise above the competition, this is cliche. I get it, but do the hard work. Government lists, all these things. And last but not least, if there's more wholesalers in your market, JV with them. Actually partner up with them and do deals together. I promise you, there's probably somebody in your market right now that's too scared to talk to sellers, but they're willing to drive for dollars for you. Let them drive for dollars for you.
Yeah, match up the talent. So I was always good at finding deals. I'd always go find someone that was really good at selling deals. And it took me about 1.5 years to make up that gap. And then I didn't need that person any longer, but we did a lot of deals together. And if you can do that in the beginning, it's a good temporary partnership. JV, get to know everybody, go to your local RIOs. Guys, the sky's the limit. You have to make that decision to become extraordinary, or you'll be just like every other wholesaler.
Think about it. Did your competition put 500 reverse drawing for dollars sticky notes, all the pre-foreclosures this month? Probably not. So you should probably do that. Does your competition cold call and actually follow up with all their cash buyers they have on their list every single month? Probably not. You should probably do that too. Does your competition follow up once to twice every single week with every single lead? Most likely not. So you got to start doing that stuff. Think of what your competition is doing and then start outworking them. This is how you outlap your competition. This is how I've destroyed everyone in my market, and that's how I destroy everybody in my virtual markets, because I do what they're not willing to do. It's not fun, but what I could tell you is making the money is way more fun than the not fun not making money. And that is the honest truth. It's going to be hard work. The last thing we could tell you is just pick your hard.
It's up to you. Most wholesalers, you have a choice in life. You can either look like you're rich, cars, boats, Lamborghinis, or you can start becoming rich. Decide which camp you want to be in, because one's an extraordinary person, which is becoming rich, and the one that wants to look rich, it's all fake. And we want the latter part for you, and you have to make the sacrifice. You're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to outwork your competition.
That's it. So pick your struggle, guys and gals. What I'm going to leave you with, pick your struggle. Deal with the struggle of having a lot of competition, the struggling of not making money, the struggle of being broke. Those are all struggles. The struggle of working that 9-to-5 job the rest of your life. The struggle of that, and the struggle, probably one of the worst struggles, the struggle is knowing that you could have put the work in and become wildly successful and lived your dreams financially, or deal with the struggle of working hard in the beginning, but not having to struggle once you become successful. What struggle do you want? Guys, they're both struggles. The struggle of being broke or the struggle of working hard. You got to pick one. They're both going to suck. They're both equally going to hurt, but you should choose the struggle that's going to actually end up providing providing more for you and your family's financial future than the one that's just going to bring shame on yourself and knowing you could have worked harder. Pick your struggle, guys and gals. This is it. Work smarter, not harder. So guys, if you want to learn wholesaling real estate, get the knowledge up and start actually making money, go to freewholesaling.com or for a real estate wholesaling course. Got any value from this video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
This is Rick Ginn signing out.
Have a blessed one.
See you guys.